Hey guys, Pips here, and today I'm going to be going over Chits Tech, which is a business on the blockchain. Now, most of the things I go over are coins on the blockchain, and this one's an actual company, so it's going to be based in the real world, but you're going to be able to invest on it through the blockchain, through an equity. Now, I'll explain all that stuff in a minute if you don't know what an equity is, but basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to consolidate everything from point A to point Z as far as going from your money to your crypto instead of having to go from a broker to, we'll start from like the money service to get crypto to your broker to put the money in, or if you're going to put it into something else, then you'd have to pay another fee, maybe another fee set of fees. Maybe you have to exchange coins, which is another fee, and so on, and you get it. They're trying to vertically integrate so that all of those things are under the same company, and therefore they don't need to charge as many fees because they are the only middleman putting your money into crypto. And that's really what crypto is about, is taking out as many middlemen as possible. So anyway, this is actually made by someone I know, John Carlo Dizon. Now, John Dizon, he's a good guy. So originally from the Philippines, him and his brother came over a few years ago, and they worked really hard. It's in order to build up businesses. They rose the ranks in their, I believe, investing company. So they gave investing advice and such. They decided they didn't want to do that anymore, and then they started their own company. So they started opening franchises and such like that. And I'll have him comments. I'll pin a comment by him of all the different ventures he's done. But anyway, he's actually sold a bunch of that in order to invest into this company that he's partnering with a few other people with. All right, so are you familiar with IPO's initial public offerings? Basically, ICO. So this is going to be going into ICOs, which is very similar. But anyway, basically, you get into company early on, like Peter Thiel with his company, 500K, 2004. By 2005, Facebook had their Series A funding valuation was 98 million. Facebook was able to raise another 12.7 million from that point. From that, April 2006 Series B valuation was 500 million, so it went from 12.7 to 500. Then the money Facebook raised at that time was 27.5 million. Peter Thiel now has unrealized gains of $50 million because it was early. So now, $100 million. Basically, Peter Thiel now has $1.5 billion as of 2007. Now it's 2022. He has a lot of money now. Let's see. But anyway, this is just trying to show you that just in 7 years, he had a 105,000% gain, which in the crypto world isn't as extraordinary as it is in the stock market, but in stocks, that's pretty much unheard of. Only way to do it is by angel investing, which is when you get into a company super early. So anyway, this is just trying to show you the numbers of how quickly you could get a return. Theoretically, anyway. This is, so 8 years, 2 million%, 7 years, 105,000%, 20,000 within 6 years. Yeah, you get it. You get it. But yeah, if you get in super early, you get these crazy percentages. And even if you get in at double the price when the valuation doubles, that's half of the percentage that you're getting, which is a huge deal later on. So that's why getting in early as possible is the biggest thing. But yeah, our idea for Chits Tech is to provide financial services that we use every day from 3 to 5 different providers into one company with one simple app. This would save the consumers and merchants a lot of money in fees. Imagine what you can do with all that extra. Invest, buy things that you love, travel, and gifts for the ones you love. Possibilities are endless. It's almost like a tax write-off for crypto. You just, instead of having to pay for this and pay for that, you can just consolidate it into a single business. You only have to pay like one fee instead of like 7. So instead of, let's say, 20% that you might be losing, which I believe he says it in here, instead of losing like potentially 20%, I think you'd lose a lot less than that, like maybe a few percent. I'm not completely sure the exact numbers. We can go over that in a minute in the white paper, but Where are you now? We are currently in the fundraising round. We are in talk with entities for business acquisitions that can help us build cash flow. Now, I do want to mention this whole cash flow thing. The brand that they had for a while was Cash Flow Legends. Mind you, that is trademarked. But the whole deal with them is they like to have people make money. Like they want their money, their investors to be as happy as they are. So they're doing all that they can to do the best for their investors, and I do strongly stand by them, stand by the Dison brothers, because they're both really hardworking people. All right, so what's in it for you as an investor? They'll grant ownership, governance, and profit sharing in Chits Tech and all of its ventures. All right, so the vision is for a group of community investors to use the cash flow from businesses and investors to create a wealth and passive income compounding machine so that our investors can focus on doing the things that they love, maximizing their talents and abilities to pursue excellence through improved quality of life. So basically, trying to help with passive income as far as holding on to this. So I don't know if that means that they're going to be paying some sort of like dividends or such, but they have, I guess, some sort of idea as far as making money passively. The fields we shall focus on are run all into food, beverage, real estate, fintech, blockchain, metaverse, and angel investing. All right, so the part I mentioned about consolidating all of the parts of a crypto company, right, into one company, that's only one part of it. That's the blockchain. I want to focus on this other stuff. Food, beverage. So that's like, like McDonald's, right? You might have a potential like part ownership of a McDonald's just for owning this token. Well, no, yeah, for owning a token because it is a token. Sorry, it's a security. All right, so new investments will be proposed and voted upon by token holders. That's why it's a government's token. Each token holder will be considered a business partner in this venture. Every proposal and vote matters. We are taking retail investors from the ground floor, treating them as equals by giving them a voice to influence important matters and profit sharing. So yeah, they're trying to do a big deal with this whole thing. All right, so here's some of the services that they're going to be providing, because that just kind of goes into some of the things that they're going to be doing as far as their governance and future ventures. But they're going to be starting with the Fortune X app, which is the all-in-one investing app where you can buy and hold any assets from stocks, crypto, ETFs, and also trade different assets as derivatives. The Fortune Pay FP is merchant payment processing and blockchain banking services, all seamlessly offered within the Chits Tech ecosystem. All right, let's unfold that. Blockchain banking services. All right, so basically it'll be like a bank, right? And you'll also be able to have the cryptocurrency. Like you'll basically be able to seamlessly turn your cryptocurrency, or your fiat into current cryptocurrency. And probably the other way around as well. I assume that they're going to make it so that you can also turn your cryptocurrency into money rather easily as well with low fees. And Fortune DeFi, lending and borrowing protocol for Chits Tech. So yeah, they're going to be doing a lending platform. So basically the way it works is you have people lend money and you have people borrow money. And what happens is they take and when I say small difference, I mean like thousandths of a percent difference between the borrowers and the lenders, and it just makes it so that they can make a little bit of profit from lending out, because they also lend out a lot of this capital as well. And so it just makes it a bit more profitable for everybody if they have a little bit of a difference. Otherwise, why use this service? Why not just go, hey, I have this money, you have this money, let's do this exchange. But it also adds a bit of safety as well. So those are the services that they're adding immediately. All right, now let's move on to the white paper. Now it's a downloadable file, is a PDF, by the way. All right, so wow, the Chits Tech. All right, so they're going to be a financial institution, a new concept that investors around the world are getting used to. Imagine a borderless, frictionless transaction between your physical assets and digital assets. we all want to be as efficient as possible and as effective as possible, so we can focus more on the things that matter the most, spending time with our loved ones and doing the things that we love the most. Chits Tech group of investors aim to facilitate these forward-thinking concepts into reality. All right, so this is the big part of this whole thing. This is basically describing what's going on, and that is banks have been grandfathered monopoly for a long time. So the banking institution has pretty much had a monopoly since they were established in like ancient times. And that's important because when people control the money, they control the people, and that is the whole deal with cryptocurrencies. Instead of letting the banks have all the power, how about bringing the power back to the people? And that is what they are trying to aim to do. So Chits Tech aims to seamlessly provide access to virtual and physical assets in one platform. You can now leverage your virtual assets to buy physical things and vice versa. Chits will be your cheat code to generational wealth. Anyway, I'm not gonna read the rest of this white paper because there's a lot in here, and I definitely suggest you read it on your own. Like, you could read the mission, the vision. Some other important things is the governance part, which I was reading about on the website. They're going to be building on Avalanche. As far as investing into this, you're still able to get into it because it's on the blockchain, but it's a bit more centralized than what most of you guys are used to. So definitely do your research on centralized finance. And I believe we also have some centralized finance videos in our e-course, so definitely go check those out. And yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.